What's going on, people? It's your boy here, Wesley from YouTube, Wes the Critic, the one channel on the World Wide Web where we actually give you honest reviews about film, baby. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all my social media, Instagram and Twitter at Wes the Critic. And yeah, let's get into it. What I do with my reviews is I give you the basics in the very beginning. This is what I'm going to start to do. Give you the basics in the very beginning, and then I'll let you know when I'm going to give a full review of it, like details and all, and what happened in the film. I'll also give my rating before I do the full review, so you guys can make the decision if you want to see it or not. I could be a little late on some of my cinema, so you may be a little late as well, and maybe this video will help you make the decision or whether or not you should watch it. Let's get into X, which I found out about the movie talking to a buddy of mine, Troy, and he was like, you know, you should see X. And I was like, what is X about? And he was like, it's about, you know, people that do porn who get killed on a farm or something like that. And I was like, what? I'm paraphrasing. But when he was talking to me about it, I was like, that's different. I've never seen that done before. Maybe I should watch it. And then two other people was like, yeah, you should watch X. It's in my top. And I was like, okay, let's watch X. So what is X about? In 1979, a group of young filmmakers set out to make an adult film in rural Texas. But when their reclusive, elderly host catch them in the act, the cast find themselves fighting for their lives. All right, this is directed by Ty West, writer Ty West, stars Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, Brittany Snow, Kid Cudi. A great cast, right? Let's start with the actors. Mia Goth plays Maxine and Pearl. I thought she did a fantastic job. I don't recall what she's been in before. I'm sure she's been in other things before, but we're just talking about this film. I'm a reviewer, not a reporter. And so immediately I'm like, fresh face. I like the freckles on the side of her face. I'm thinking she's gonna be cool. And because she's the lead on this, I'm thinking that she's gonna survive in my mind because she's the first person that comes on. But you never know with these films. But I thought she was great in the film. Jenna Ortega as Lorraine, you already know. If you don't, I love Wednesday. I thought Wednesday was a phenomenal series that came out this year, thanks to Netflix. She did an amazing job. And now it has me looking at her, you know, with, you know, welcoming, warm, and embrace. In my mind, I'm like, I know she ain't doing no porn scene on this. I know Jenna Ortega is not doing porn. Like, what? Like, what are we talking about? Then we have Brittany Snow, Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi as Jackson. That was interesting. I didn't realize that was Kid Cudi until I just saw the credits. I didn't know who he was because he got the bushy mustache, and I didn't know who he was. But I'm like, okay, Kid Cudi is in this. Then you got Martin Henderson, Owen Campbell, and the list goes on. I thought the initial prominent characters all did well, right? Usually actors in a horror film need to act like they're scared, right? In all scenarios. And there was not one situation watching this film where I was like, oh, that's not believable. She's not scared enough for me. So the actors did a phenomenal job. The script of X is refreshing, new. I've never heard of it before. It's not technically based off of reality, but there is a real story that took place back in 1989 about Ray and Faye Copeland. Yes, Ray and Faye Copeland. All right. In August 1989, an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers declared some human skulls and bones on a farmhouse property in Mooresville, Missouri, from a former labor worker on the farm. The tip would eventually be revealed to be from a man named Jack McCormick that alleged that he nearly became a victim himself if he hadn't gotten away. Initially scoffing at the possibility of two elders as stone cold serial killers, police obtained a search warrant and would discover 3 bodies and a quilt made out of bloody clothing worn by the victims, before recovering 2 more bodies on a nearby barn also owned by Ray Copeland. Ray, 76 at the time, had taunted authorities by saying, "You'll find nothing on my place." Wow. I was born then. I was alive. I was like 7 when this was happening in Missouri. And yikes. Like what? Crazy, right? It's crazy to find out that that kind of scenario actually took place. The rating I would give this film, X. I would give X a 7 out of 10. I think it is a nice film. I think it's a different film. It's refreshing. The film doesn't necessarily follow the stereotypical choices that a lot of the classic horror films follow. You don't have the white girl running in the woods that falls. You don't have the black guy dying first. You know, you don't have those kind of stereotypical things in this film. And the plot and or storyline is really, really different. It's never been seen before. So I would give the film a 7 out of 10. Now, we're going to get to my review of the film. And if you have not seen the film, I suggest you stop the video at this point and go check out the film, because I give it a 7 out of 10. And yeah, let's get into it. Right off the rip, I'm feeling like this film is like really, really going slow. It's like a slow burn, okay? We were introduced to our main protagonist, Mia Goth, who plays Maxine. By the way, Mia plays both Pearl, the old woman, and Maxine in this, so great job again, great acting. And I'm like, she doing drugs. She's at the beginning doing drugs. And you got the white man coming in, Martin Henderson, who's like, yeah, we're going to be famous. You're going to do this. We're going to do this porn. And it's going to be phenomenal. And you're going to love it. And everybody's going to make you a star. And then the group comes together and they're going off to Airbnb this old farm. Now, back in the day, it wasn't Airbnb. But, you know, apparently, you know, Mark Henderson had called the old man and say, hey, can we... you know, me and my friends come in your barn. I see you got it listed on Craigslist for us to rent. I don't know. Back in the day, was they really doing that? I don't know. I guess. But he's like, yeah, come on through. And they make their way to this old couple's farm or whatever. To be honest, I would have never did that. I wouldn't have. Because as soon as I got on the farm and I see how old this man looked, I would have been like, why am I here? And then at the end of the day, not at the end of the day, but at the beginning of the day, when we get on the farm, old man McDonald come out with a gun, a shotgun, ready to blow me up. And I'm like, oh, hell to the no. Let's go. First of all, I wouldn't have been on there. Like, you can't have me surviving. I mean, you can't have me lasting in a horror show, because I just wouldn't, I would have never went. I would have been the person that they called that was in the city still in New York. When them people then went to the thing, they would have been calling me to call security and police to come to rescue them. I would have been the one still in the city. I ain't going to nobody's farmhouse. No way, there's no, like, I'm not doing that. Me, I'm not, but that's just me. Old man come out with the shotgun and they like, oh, it's me. You remember? It's me. I wanted to rent your farm. And he's like, oh, okay, sure. You can rent my farm. Just be quiet, because my wife is here and she's sick. And I'm like, okay. They decide to go into the barn house, right? The area that they rented. And again, their whole purpose is to make cinematic porn, or whatever the case may be. Kid Cudi, I didn't know that was Kid Cudi. And you know, in the back of my mind, when I was told about this film, I'm like, well, they gonna be showing stuff? Are they gonna be showing stuff in this film? Nope, they don't show nothing in this film. They don't show nothing in this film but booty cake and tatas. And I'm like, I guess. But then at the same time, I'm like, all of these people are stars. So I don't see no shade, but I don't see none of these people showing of anything outside of what people are okay with showing. And that's, everybody will show a little booty. And a lot of majority of women are okay with showing breasts, depending on the context of the film. So that's all you see in this, right? That's all you see in this. I'm sitting here watching this and they making sex and having sex and all this. And I'm like, okay, this is whack. Because the way that they was having sex was just not, it was a lot of, but then again, you know, it was the past. So I can't be too mad at what they was doing. But all the while, I'm looking at Jenna Ortega like, girl, you in this film? Like, why are you in here? Like, why are you in this film? And Jenna Ortega is the boom operator, right? And so there's one of the second sex scenes or whatever, the old lady, Pearl, she coming and she watching. And she is just the most hideous looking thing ever. Like, Pearl is sexually aggravated. Her man won't or can't have sex with her because he worried about his heart. And like, she just look, I was like, what? They look horrible. Like, I'm not wanting to touch that with a 10-foot pole at all. But, you know, because she has been sexually deprived, she's getting her rocks off by watching these young people film their sex scenes. Crazy, trippy, real trippy, right? And of course, they don't notice her sitting there watching them. But baby, she watching him. And I could imagine her touching herself as she watching. But that's just me in my mind, right? Then out of nowhere, Jenna Ortega wants to get in the mix because she's the boom operator, you know, filming these things. She the boom operator. But now she want to get in the mix, right? And she tell her boyfriend, the director, that, you know, she wants to be in the mix and do a porn scene with Kid Cudi. And the director's like, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do this. They have this little argument. The director is then peer pressured into letting Lorraine, a.k.a. Jenna Ortega, a.k.a. her girlfriend, come to the set to film the porn with him as the boom operator to be in a scene with Kid Cudi. Because everyone want BBC. Everyone want BBC. Especially the white folk. They want BBC. So Kid Cudi has got this BBC. He's slanging it around. And so all the women want a little piece. And so Jenna Ortega do a scene. And, you know, right away, I'm like, I know she ain't about to show no tatas. I know Kid Cudi ain't about to be naked in the scene with Jenna Ortega. I just don't see it. And, of course, it cuts. Right when you about to get the little sex scene going on with Jenna Ortega, it cuts. And I'm like, I thought so. Right? So the husband, he mad. He having convulsions in the shower and all this. He all frail and bony, having convulsions in the shower. And then all of a sudden, he decided he want to leave. Baby, it's nighttime. It's nighttime in these people's farmlands. Where you going? Where you trying to escape from? It's too dark. They ain't got no street lights, no nothing out here. And you about to take the van and you trying to leave. So homeboy trying to leave, and then old girl Pearl, the old woman that wants some sex, is in the way of him driving away. And she like frail, like this, looking disgusted. Looking straight nasty. And in my mind, he like no shade, I would have ran her over. I would have drove right past her. Because she looks scurry. Even Faye Copeland in real life looks scurry. Ray and Faye Copeland, that was killing people in Missouri, looks scurry. And so I just would have drove past her politely, would have drove past her with a honk. Just in case she had dementia, was sitting out there and was lost in her mind, I would have honked, baby. I'm honking. Y'all know I'm leaving, I'm bye. But I ain't about to mess with this old woman out here at the farm. But of course, the director, he decided to want to get out his truck and go see if the girl okay. No, the girl then the old woman decides to kiss him. Kiss him on the mouth. This old 89 looking woman want to kiss this man on the mouth. And she like caressing him and fondling, and he's stuck. Like, he like this. I would have pushed her off of me so fast, she would have broke her hip hitting that ground. You is not about to sit here and do this to me, woman. No. But he like, oh, wait, what are you doing? Oh, no, hold on. Where's your husband? Too calm. Too calm for me. It's nighttime. What are we talking about? It's nighttime out here in these people's farmlands. Ain't no street lights. And these old lips is on you. Where's your husband? Husband, come. Y'all wake up. You know what I'm saying? Would have been screaming. Out of nowhere, she's shaking him. I'm like, see, this the problem for me. This the problem. And from this starts the whole train of like everybody getting got by this old lady. This old lady killing everybody. She's shaking people, cutting people eyeballs out, sticking needles in hay so people can step on them. Then Kid Cudi get got in the woods. And in my mind, I'm thinking he about to get got by the alligators, but he don't get got by the alligators. And in this whole moment, I'm like, ooh. So it's enticing watching this, right? It's enticing watching this. But you know, Kid Cudi did a disservice by going into the woods looking for the wife with the old man. The old man that introduced himself with a shotgun. Why? Not me. I would have did that. Wouldn't have been me. But Kid Cudi answered the door with a 10-piece pipe hanging between his legs, and you about to show this old man that you got a 10-piece pipe, and it was just dangling, y'all. It was in the dark, but you saw the silhouette. It was the Doja Cat challenge. You saw the silhouette red light Doja Cat challenge, and it was dangling 10 inches. It was giving Fat Rabbit Killer. It just was, I was like, why is we doing this? You know what I'm saying? But Kid Cudi go out in the woods with the old white man looking for the wife that got dementia and killing people and shaking people and stuff. And then, you know, the old white man get upset that Kid Cudi got 10 inches of thickness of BBC and he got shot. Boom, shotgun. I don't know why nobody hear this shotgun. I really don't. But everybody get got, y'all, and there's 2 white women left. And you know, I thought the little white woman that got ate by the alligator was gonna beat up the old lady, but she didn't. Old lady calling her all sorts of out her name, whores and bitches and all that. And the little white girl just let her live. But the lady pushed her in the water, and the alligator came out, chomp, chomp, chomp. Mind you, before we even get there, I thought the alligator was gonna eat up whole Maxine because, you know, Mia Goth was wading in the water. This dirty ass lake. I don't know why she even got in there naked, dirty ass lake, wading in the water, and you ain't even gonna check for leeches and like alligators, crocodiles, whatever was in that water. I thought she was gonna get ate up there, but she didn't. Child. Mia Goth, the last one left, y'all. Mia Goth is the last one left. And, you know, because Jenna Ortega got trapped in the basement. You know, the old man hammering her fingers off. And then, you know, Mia Goth is the last one left. Baby, she was underneath the bed when I was having sex. These old ass 90-year-old people up here having sex because the old women like, I want you to touch me. And the old man like, what about my heart? You'll be fine. You'll be able to last. Trust me. I missed you. I need you inside of me. Baby, tell me why the old lady pull out her titties, baby. She pull out her titties, and the old man go grab the titties, baby. I said, oh, throw up, barf. And then Mia Goth under the bed, old man banging it out, though. Old man banging it out. You see that nasty white ass banging it out, baby. But Mia Goth escapes, y'all. She escapes. And I thought that was hilarious. To be honest, I could understand how these old people was using the shotgun all this time. But when Pearl tried to use that shotgun, baby, that shotgun flew her. That shotgun flew her. And she was on the ground. She was on the ground talking about my hip. Can you help me up? After I done killed all your friends and tried to shoot at you, can you help me up, you bitch? Mia Goth said, nope, I'm not helping you up, baby. And she rolled over her face, baby, twice and left. Baby, the film was a good 7. It was a good 7. It was cute. It was refreshing, to be honest. It was refreshing to see. And so that's why I'm giving it a 7. I think y'all will have a good time watching it. Go watch the movie and come back and tell me what you thought about it, baby, because it was an interesting film. It ain't make my top 10 of 2020 movies in 2022. It did not make my top 10, but it's a solid 7. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Boom. And also click that thumbs up button and share this video, y'all. I would love to get my films critic I would love to get my films review YouTube channel to 2,000 subscribers. Can we get to 2,000 subscribers the first month of January? Let's get to 2,000 subscribers, y'all. That would be so dope. Go follow me and subscribe right now. Click that thumbs up and click that subscribe button right now on youtube.com/West the Critic, baby. Let's get 1,000 subscribers this January 2023. And yeah, Happy New Year. Deuces.